exciting. Hi, everybody. Are you going to play the little intro? Because I'm going to go be right back. Come on board. They probably think they do that every time. Hey, friends. Welcome to tonight. Super fun spirit experience readings. So we're going to be talking to some of your loved ones tonight, which we haven't done a Facebook Live in a little while. I've taken some time out to heal and to just rejuvenate myself. I came up to Idaho, where it's full of nature and trees and beautifulness. And I'm getting to experience some of the fall colors. So that's really nice. And I'm really feeling a lot better, feeling so much better. I've been doing readings all along, and spirit's good to me. They come through even when I'm not feeling good, but I am feeling a lot better. So I apologize that I haven't been as visible as I used to be, but things are getting a lot better and I'm going to be around. In fact, we're doing on November 21st, our next super fun spirit experience in Old Town Temecula, California, around 6:00. So watch out for that post. It's going to be at a new location. I think it's going to be called Temecula Loft, but we'll have lots of very detailed information coming up to announce it. So but tonight we're going to talk to your loved ones. So just a couple of ground rules to go over. I'll need just the name of the person that you want to connect with. Really just their first name and relationship is all I need. And then I will try to connect with them, and then I will relay what I'm coming through with. I can't really read the feed, but regardless, please, when you give validation as to the information that's coming through, whether it's making sense to you or not, please be specific about what you're validating. For instance, yes, he's tall. No, she has blonde hair. Or yes, she has blonde hair, that kind of thing. Not just yes or no, because by the time we read your feed, my manager's here helping because I'm in her house. And she's going to be reading the feed for me. So by the time we read it, there's a little bit of a delay. So for all the people that don't get a reading tonight, they really want to know that your reading made sense. They want to see the validation. So kind of be specific about what you're validating. Pretty much only doing spirit readings tonight. I do have my cards here. If spirit calls me to pull them out, I might, but we're going to concentrate on talking to loved ones tonight. Obviously, I can't get to everybody. Really, really wish I could. But we are also having some amazing kind of a relaunch, kind of a Kelly's back kind of relaunch discounts for you. So stay tuned till the end so you can get your discount codes and you can book readings. You got nothing to lose. Money back guarantee. I guarantee all my work. So we have a lot of specials coming up, and I know you're getting into the holiday season. People want answers. They want to talk to their loved ones they miss. So we're going to do that for you. The requests are chosen completely at random. I have no control. It's like we spin the wheel and Lisa grabs one and throws it at me, and we're leaving it up to spirit who gets a reading. So please don't, you can ask once or twice, but don't incessantly ask in the feed. It jams up the feed and we might have to block you if you do that. And I promise you, if you're meant to get a reading tonight, you will. And if not, please just book one. It's worth it. And we're going to be doing more Facebook Lives anyway. So you can try again another time. Ignore all the scammers. People are going to come on. They're going to say, oh, I can give you a reading. Or sometimes you might get a notification or a friend request from Kelly McClure, Psychic Medium. I cannot friend request you from my Facebook business page, so that's certainly not me. I will never solicit a reading. If Spirit wants me to give you a reading, I'll do that for free. In other words, if they come to me and say, please get a hold of Tom, I'm his mother, and I do that, I would not charge for that. So people who say they have a reading for you, but you have to pay them first or sign up to register for something, that's also something you won't have to do with me. So certainly ignore all those scammers. Don't worry about them. And yeah, so Okay, guys, just name and relationship, and we'll get moving on that. Come on, spirit. Spirit, come through nice and strong. Yeah. Okay, so Linda wants to talk to her sister, Amy. Okay, Linda, hold on. Okay. There's certainly a lot of energy around Amy. I'm kind of hearing a lot of like buzzing sound with her. I sometimes close my eyes because it's easier to see in spirit. So what I'll tell you I see in spirit is a fairly youngish woman, certainly not old enough to pass old age. She looks kind of young. She's kind of thin, or at least fit, leaning forward, waving me down. She's got longer hair, so I think that even young people, that kind of lends to her youth a little bit.
Okay, hang on. People saying they can't hear.
Can't hear me?
Can't see you.
What?
They can't see you, and they can't hear. I can't see video, only the comments.
Really?
Yeah. No video or sound.
How is that so?
Oh, this one girl said Facebook Lives have been having issues. It could be Facebook.
Oh, they're on their end, you mean?
Yes, she was saying this girl said she was trying to get on another live with someone else and they couldn't. There was issues with Facebook. Oh, I can hear and see. Okay, Susie Davis says I can hear and see.
Okay, so some people can hear and see. If you're having trouble.
It started working, they said.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I didn't know you couldn't hear and see me because on my setup, it's all working properly. So if there's a couple of issues with Facebook, I apologize. Spirit selected Linda to possibly connect with her sister, Amy. So that's where I'm going to start. I'll repeat what has been coming through, Linda, and let us know if it makes sense for you. Again, be specific about what I'm saying. What, now they're saying it's not working again? Come on, Spirit. I really prayed to Spirit to make this happen nice and smoothly tonight. So come on, you guys. All my tech angels.
Some people are saying not working. Some people say they can see and hear you.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to leave that up to Spirit. I'm so sorry if you can't see and hear me. I can post a comment. I am sorry if you cannot hear or see me. Possible tech difficulties with Facebook. That's all I can do. What else can I do? I've got this. Can you see me on that end?
I keep saying I can't play the video. Like when I go to my phone, it won't play you.
I don't understand.
Oh, now someone just says it's starting to work. I just think some people it's working, some people it's not.
Okay, well, I'm going to go on with this reading.
Okay.
Linda, if you're here, please let us know if you can hear me. I'm just going to trust that whoever's seeing me tonight is supposed to see me tonight. Okay. All right. So let's get back. All right. So, Linda, I think Amy is coming. You know what? I'm just going to spell out this entire message because, and even if you can't get back on or reiterate, hopefully you can watch this video later. Because there is a girl trying to get my attention who I think is Amy. I feel like this was kind of a sudden thing, and she's kind of, sort of, okay. And, but there is a feeling of her not wanting you to have a, okay, slow down. Her not wanting you to have a regret or a burden of guilt around either not being there or not seeing her in time or whatever that is. Because she loves you, and I feel like there's something that interrupted, and maybe it was even a sister Tiff. She also says that you're wearing a blouse or a shirt that's hers, or you have. She's got a great sense of humor. She's talking about, I'm not sure if this just the two of you or if you have two children, but she's talking about the two kids. Go on. She's blowing kisses. Again, she looks young. She's a white woman. She's got her hair's kind of long, beyond, a little longer than shoulder length. She flipped it a little bit. She's got a good sense of humor. Let me know if that makes sense to you. Her hands are really nice. It looks like her nails done. She's got a bit of jewelry on. Her hands are really nice. She talks with her hands a lot. I don't know what happened specifically, but I can tell you that I feel a little bit of energy in my stomach, but she snapped her fingers at me. That to me means sudden or unexpected. Let me know if that makes sense to you. And mostly, okay, hold on one other second, because it may be more than just you having this burden of guilt or something that she's saying. Oh, I think she's saying that she left and then something happened. And so everybody's feeling bad that there was a separation of some sort when she passed. Something like that. I'm having a little trouble breathing now. So this may be an impact or something that affected her midsection. But there's certainly, she's like doing the little heart thing. I think she's pretty young, 30s maybe. She's kind of given two kisses for the two. She says there's a lot of people here in spirit. She's with other people. She's certainly not alone. She looks like she's talking to everybody in the room. She's cute. She's got a cute figure. Let me know if that makes sense to you. I hope you can come back on. I hope you're getting this message. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, Misty wants to talk to her mother, Shirley. All right. All right, Shirley. Are they able to see me?
Some people can, some people can't, but I know that I'm having issues on my phone.
Dang it, wing it. Well, it says I have a nice strong signal and nothing seems to be held up on this. Like my screen is not glitching. I'm just going to have to do the best I can, guys. We'll have to do another one soon I'm sad for you guys. Okay. Shirley, let me tell you who came first. A cute little lady with a round face and short, sort of brown, shortish, wavy hair, kind of done up. Her face is really, like, her skin is really smooth and pretty. It looks kind of fuller or around her face. Really pretty eyes. I think that they're very brown, but very kind and friendly. She's got a little lightweight cover over a blouse, so like a little sweater or something. She also seems like a very friendly personality because I can see her talking to the young gal that I was just talking to. She's shorter than her, so I guess maybe she's not very tall. Maybe she's, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell height and age, so bear with me, guys, because I can only tell compared to who else they're with. There is an older woman that's with her that's even shorter. So I guess she's not that short, but there's this other lady there that's even shorter than her and one that's taller than her. I see her doing a lot of like finalizing things or talking about the finality of things, like completing things in writing. I almost see like a vision of her either in bed or sitting down and writing notes to everybody. Like oh, my neck hurt for a second. It was really weird. It shot through like my neck and my jaw. I have no idea what that could be because I was feeling with Shirley that there was something a little bit slower and something that perhaps an illness or something that took her a little bit slower. Okay, so and there's another sort of indication that either you were, because I feel like there's a young male that she wants to address, but I feel like he's further away or gone, or maybe even in heaven. So I feel like there was two, and then there's one, and the young male goes or leaves, or maybe he's just not around. But she wants to address that. I just have to say that I think that she's expressing a lot of love. I just feel like there's a separation there between kids. So if you had a brother or someone that left town or left, let me know if that makes sense to you. She's making a reference to older music. This is the way this is coming through to me. It's almost like, okay, let's say she listened to her older generation's music to try to feel like them around, and you listen to her music and, you know, that kind of thing. So she's referencing the older generation music, which if that's true, then that means she's around and she could see now what's going on. There's, again, referencing to 2 kids. Lots of love coming from her. Let me know if you're on and if any of that makes sense to you.
I can't read comments.
You can't?
No, you're just gonna have to just
Okay.
read.
I'm just going to go then with it. If there's any comments you guys want to leave and I'm able to read them after the fact, maybe I can kind of go through and read them later. I am so sorry for the technical difficulty, guys. I am up in the mountains. But it appears on my end everything's working fine. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. And I apologize that we're not able to actually, but you can pick people, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I'm not, for some reason, and the comments aren't coming through
As we're going along?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna go with it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, Mary lost her husband, Chris. Okay, Chris. All right, guys, 1 second. Immediately, the image of a male figure comes through. It's kind of tall and long, the way he's sitting down, and he seems to be sitting next to here. He's really checking things out first, though. He's not very forthcoming and talking yet. He's got his arms crossed, his legs outstretched, his ankles crossed, and he's kind of thin, or lean, or kind of tall, or something. And he's a white guy. When he first sat down, I felt a pain in my left shoulder, and that went away kind of quickly. Let me ask him if that's with him or with you. Maybe an old injury in his left shoulder, because he kind of looks athletic, so it could be an old athletic injury. And he is checking things out. Not sure he fully is on board with this whole idea, but he doesn't seem super resistant. In other words, maybe he's hoping. His personality or mood or something is coming through, but it's changing kind of a lot. So there is something that seems upsetting to him, although he's in an okay place. He's all right. You know, he's in heaven. He's in a good place. He's referencing other people over there. In fact, there's another young male over there that he seems to be connected to, either brother, friend, something like that he's with. They're okay. So he's not in a bad place, but he may just still be struggling with his departure, and kind of still dealing with it, because there's a little bit of resistance there. I know that I think one of the things that people want to hear the most is he just stretched out his shirt. So I was going to try to come through with this concept, which I'll talk about in a moment, but then he got my attention because it looked like he just has a t-shirt on, but he stretched it out like there's something on it that's meaningful. It looked like a white shirt with something on it. So he's stretching out his shirt. Anyway, he does want you to know that he's okay, that he does show you things. So he's kind of showing me lights flickering. He does show you signs that he's around, or he tries to. Almost feel like he hit the light. Like maybe it made a sound when he hit it. I don't know why he'd be showing me that. What about the time? He indicated a watch, which to me is kind of a symbol for time. He's talking about the number 9. Is it 9 o'clock? The fuck? I don't know what that means. Again, if you can try to make a comment, let us know if that makes sense to you. He did kind of give me a thumbs up. There's a lot of people to get to. He's being gracious about that. What? Oh, there's a little dog here, tiny little chihuahua, and he makes the biggest noises. So if you hear coughing and sneezing, that's Chico, I hope he doesn't have COVID. That's like literally a 5-pound chihuahua over there. Like, he did wave. I assume he has kids because he's talking about the protection and putting and a namesake as well. If you experience not because the feed is not because we're having trouble tonight with technical difficulties, but that he is referencing that, like he can mess with your phone or he can mess with things electrical, and that's significant for some reason. So if you get a lot of electrical stuff going wrong in your house, or at times, or when you're thinking about them, or you're asking for a sign, check out the. This is really weird. There's something that happened in my chest just now that felt like a whooshing feeling in the middle, like blood going the wrong way or something happening in the wrong way. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. He's waving. Okay, Betty says her father Lloyd, right? Lloyd. Just want to go back to Chris just for a moment because I thought he was just waving, but he was actually waving car keys or something like that in his hand. And it was sort of hanging off the middle finger. He was kind of doing like that. Sometimes I just have to tell you what I see without trying to interpret it, because I really don't know without your feedback if I'm getting the interpretation right. And I think that you guys should know that a lot of psychics, even though they're legit and they're seeing what they're saying, sometimes we interpret it wrong. But that's why I like to just tell you what I'm saying, especially when I can't, there's no back and forth. I'm just going to tell you what I see. But if you can give us feedback and validation, and again, don't just say yes, no, say specifically what it's for. I don't know if that we can see it right now, but hopefully soon. Lloyd, okay. This feels like a slower, older, heavier feeling. Kind of want to put my head down. Why is that? The image of an older male with his head down. Gray hair, small, like thinner. He looks older than anyone. And my head is hurting a little bit. Kind of right here. He might have been a smoker or something else to do with the chest. That feels heavy. He's not in a bad place. I just feel like sometimes they show me things with maybe what they struggled before they left, because I can see light around him. I can see that he's all right. I just, he doesn't seem to be a real big talker, at least maybe to me or with strangers around. Little bit of energy in my head, and then that heavy feeling in my chest. That's pretty much all I'm feeling physically. Maybe some trouble seeing a little bit. Again, not a big talker. Trying to. This is why sometimes private readings are a little easier, because if there is any sense of somebody who just would prefer to do it privately, then I tend to get a little bit more out of them from spirit, other than just I'm here, I'm okay, and I'm watching over the family. Okay, and there is something that you're either thinking about going for that might elevate your career or your passion or something like that for your future. There's a sense of approval. There's also a woman standing next to him, but a little bit back further. She's not very big. She only comes about up to his shoulder, and she's encouraging to him. She looks older. There's this number 8, probably either with Lloyd, with you, or with her. So that could be August or the 8th of a month. That's all I know about him, I think. This would be a really good one if any of this makes sense, and I sense that there could be more conversation. This would be a good one to get a 15-minute reading for, because we could concentrate on him. It would be private. It's money back guarantee. So if you don't get enough information to know that that's him, you wouldn't have to pay for the reading. And he might. I mean, this would be a good one to do that with. Okay, let's go on. Nancy. Okay, so Nancy's looking for her friend Sonia. Okay. Now, even though I didn't ask for this information, I'm just obviously going to acknowledge that she put that she passed 6 weeks unaffectedly. So that could lend a couple things. It's very recent, so But if the woman I'm going to describe is correct, then, because what I do is I say their name on my head and I set the intention to talk to Sonia, and even though sometimes when it's recent, it's more difficult to connect, case by case basis, not everybody, but the woman that came through is a little bit busty. She does have a very, and she looks a little bit older, but not old. She doesn't look old. She may be middle age or upper middle age, but she's got a very flowery or busy print on, and she's leaning forward. I can see that she's not necessarily big. She just kind of, I don't know how to explain it, busty, I guess. She's got a cute face. It's round, soft hair. She's holding up the number 2. You know, before I saw her, the first thing I felt was energy in my chest. And I think that there may have been a hidden problem. So even though she passed unexpectedly, I think it was due to a hidden issue in the chest area. So probably either clot or heart issue or something like that. And that it wouldn't have been treatable or avoidable, or at least not in her case. So even though it was unexpected, I think that was probably when she was supposed to go. I'm seeing kind of a soft necklace thing, or I almost want to say like, here, have my necklace, or have my pearls, or have this, this is for you. Okay, let me get back to the issue. So even though it may have seemed unexpected, and if they had caught it, they could have treated it or whatever, there is peace around her passing in this is probably the time she was supposed to go to heaven. She kind of gave me a thumbs up on that. I hope that makes sense to you and sounds like her, because this woman's very nice, and she's really wanting peace around her passing, wanting other people just to know that she's okay, and that it makes sense, and that this was her time. I don't think the 2 that she's referencing could be a date, because usually they'll show me that in the number in my head, but it could be 2 children or 2 people left behind. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, so Julie wants to talk to, let's start with the son. Let's try him, Silas. Okay. Come on, Silas. Grandmother Juanita, but I'm thinking it'd be great if we could connect with Silas. Okay. Hold on. Let me, I'm gonna ask Juanita to help, because the image of the male figure that I'm looking at looks pretty young. So, I mean, young, like maybe still a kid. And not a tiny one, but more like, he's got brown hair, really, really cute smile, brown eyes. It's just a little bit hard to see him right now. So I'm asking her to help. And it's not, I don't think it's because he has a shy personality, because the personality that's coming through seems talkative, kind of outgoing, friendly, not feeling anything in my body. I did feel like my neck was stiff, but it didn't feel like a issue, but it was there. Go on, come on, Silas. Kind of here, sometimes when they talk fast, it might mean that, and this is kind of with him, between him and Juanita, I think that it could be Spanish or another language, but it sounds like talking fast. Come on. I mean, I hear in my head yelling, I'm right here. So I think if you haven't been able to sense him around or been wondering why you can't feel him around, I think he's trying. A lot of times people, because of our grief, it's hard for them to get through, and it's almost like they're yelling, I'm right here. Blue glass? Just show me a piece of blue glass, I have no idea what that is. I just saw it. Either in his room or has something to do with, this is my guess. It could have something to do with the service. But I do hear him, if this is him, this is a vague image of a young male with dark hair and a cute face, and he's talking to somebody in spirit. If it's him, he's with her and he's okay. And I feel like something's coming up in December, or a year anniversary of some sort. So he's indicating kind of the year coming up on. I'm sorry, that's all I'm pretty much getting with him. You know what? I'm gonna hold on because he's showing me the blue glass again. So clearly I don't have that whole message about that complete. Like, you'll know he's around because of this, or because he was there when you, so my guess would be like something happened with it, or you saw it, or it's given to you. May have had a picture or something on it, and then you'll know that he was there when this happened. So if that hasn't happened yet, pay attention to that. Sometimes they'll show me something that's coming up, because he keeps saying, like, I'm right here, and then showing me that picture of a little blue piece of glass. It looks like stained glass or see-through, you can see through it. It's weird. That's all I know about that. Sorry, guys. But he's okay. He's with her. All right. Fire away. Okay. And Barbie wants to talk to her mom, Dee. All right, Dee. Hold on. It's a little bit further away. The only image that I have is a very thin woman with very light colored hair, almost like white colored hair. It's pretty though. Soft, shiny, white hair. But she just doesn't look that old. So I don't know that the color is necessarily indication of her age. I'm just going to put that there, because she just doesn't look that old. She kind of looks active. Maybe even suntan or something from being outdoors and active. She's standing way far away, so like 6 feet away. So proximity, a lot of times it has to do with like maybe she didn't live nearby or something like that, or you didn't see her before she passed. There was a weird little feeling in my throat. It kind of went away really quick. I almost didn't even mention it. but I felt like I had something stuck there. So again, if there's any way, I mean, we really can't see the feed right now, but please put your comments anyway. She's waving. It's really hard when I don't get to know if that's her or not, because I want to invite her forward. The feeling of, and maybe that feeling is traveling down a little bit into lower area. So maybe it starts feeling here and then travels down. That's kind of how it feels to me. And I almost feel like she has like either a lot of friends or is very social, but I'm only seeing her like as a single woman. I don't see a partner with her or a spouse with her or anything like that. I'm just seeing her like around a bunch of other people. Okay. She's not saying much. Be another one to get a 15-minute reading on, if that sounds like her. Okay. So there's a lot. Let me just take a minute to sort of help clear some of the energy out. Every person that I've talked to, because this is sometimes what it looks like to me. When I start looking into spirit, it's like every single person that I just talked to, I can still see. Still there. Like the young man that was here earlier, he's still here. And even though, again, he was in a good place, I can feel his sadness. The loss of separation is big there. I mean, so sometimes I just have to take a little break because this is a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions that I'm picking up on. And that my intention is to validate so that you know your loved ones still are present, they still exist, they're around. And they have just as much emotion as you guys do about their passing or about their missing you and things like that. So a lot of that comes through. So I'm just going to take a sip. Take a breath.
And Facebook work.
Is it working at
For
all?
some people it is. For some people, I can't see comments off my phone.
Well, gosh darn it. Again, you guys, I only see the same comments that were there. You know,
Yeah,
I
it's
can
not-
see the feed, but it's not moving.
It's not, yeah.
And I usually can't see them at all because I'm concentrating, and they're written in tiny. I don't have my glasses on. I can just sort of make out that they're the same as before. Okay. So, do we have any other announcements? Anything we need to go over? Well, we got halftime going on here. We're going to put a code at the end, right?
Yeah, at the end. You already mentioned your super fun spirit experience.
Yeah, and check out on our Facebook page because we do like these little Spirit Says things that because sometimes they give me a message and it's just a really cool overall message about life or spirit or something that's going on. So check those out. And you know what's really fun about the events is you can ask questions, but you can also do that on Facebook. You can ask questions about spirit or, you know, just general questions about that. There's a lot going on with spirit. A lot going on that I talk about a lot about, you know, sending spirit love and not being afraid. And I really just don't want people to be afraid. I want them to be able to connect with spirit at the level that you're ready and know that they're there to help you and love you. And you don't have to be afraid of spirit. It's just my biggest thing. Okay. All right. Next.
Ready?
Yeah. Lauren wants to know about her mom, Terry. Okay. Terrie. All right, Terry. Okay, so now I'm seeing a woman come up, sit down right next to me. She's taking out something like she likes, she's not very big. She's very, you know, she must not be super old because she looks really, she's middle age or, yeah, probably middle age. So maybe she did pass prematurely because she just doesn't seem very old. I almost feel like there was a blockage or something. I felt something in my stomach, like I ate something wrong or it went down wrong or something weird in my lower abdomen that feels like a rock in my system. but she sat down. She feels fine. She's got a short sleeve shirt on, so I think that she was dressed for warm weather. And she's, what she has in front of her is, okay, this is really weird. I don't know how I know this because she's not talking to me yet. She's just doing something. She's very smart. She likes either challenging games or she's doing something that, requires focus and sophistication and intelligence. And so she's doing something on the table as she's sitting down next to me. She's, like I said, she's moving around a lot. She's, I can't see what color hair she has yet, but I think it's shorter. And she's, I can see her left arm next to me. So here's what she did. It's like now it looks like she wrote something down, pushed it out, and then sat there and waited. I don't know what she wrote or who she wrote it to. I'm feeling like she gave you something and she was waiting for a response. Her left arm, she's got a short sleeve shirt on, so I can see that it's kind of normal size and maybe has a small watch or jewelry on it, nothing too elaborate. Okay. And so if there were family gatherings or family meetings or family dinners or something, I feel like she really enjoyed that because now I can see her almost talking to other people at the table. She feels sort of like the center of that, bringing people together or participating in these family sort of that feeling. She's referencing this in my family, so I'm not sure if this is the same thing that's going on, but my family used to have lots of family gatherings and stuff. And then after my dad died, it just sort of fizzled out kind of thing. So there's that kind of reference, not that there's anything necessarily that you have to do about it, but just acknowledgement, not your fault, nothing. She keeps saying something about not being your fault. So if there is a burden of guilt or on your part, or if you're, wondering what you're supposed to do about something or feeling guilty about something, I just keep hearing, this isn't your fault, that, kind of like that. And even though I do think that she left early, I do hear the word grandma, so I feel like she had grandchildren, but maybe even though she did, she may have left early. And maybe this is just her personality too. She just doesn't seem like the kind of person that questions the order of events. It's like divine order. It was, she's okay. She's at peace with that. Kind of. This is the thing, you guys. Their soul can be at peace with where they're at and still miss you. So the missing and the loving is all there. And with others as well. So she's pushing these notes out to other people too. I don't know any more about the physical. A lot goes on in the Millar house. Other than that weird feeling of something being stuck. And so I'm sorry that I'm not able to see. I still would like you to post if it makes sense, but I'm not able to see it right now. So love from her. Okay. Next. Okay, so Lo Remy wants to hear from Cody. Okay. Gee, I hope this is Cody. Because, okay, well, I'll just tell you what I see. I'm not going to question it. I don't know. There's no way for me to, I just hope this is Cody. This is a male person, and he's making a big fuss about this silly march or dance or something that he's doing. He's kind of frame, really silly personality, thicker hair. He's kind of doing what looks to me like charades, like you got it on the nose. I don't know, something like that. Okay, if that is him, let me ask him to sit down. Sometimes they don't talk at all about their passing. He feels like he's keeping this light and not talking about that at all. I just think he has a really outrageous, fun, outgoing personality, and he wants to keep it light. Seems like a very friendly, caring person. There's like the 11/11 or 11 that he's referencing, so that could be November or the 11th of a month or something like that. He's waving in conjunction with that, so it's possibly one of the ways that he shows you he's around, maybe, is to see the number. Waving, waving, waving. Okay. Really animated, almost like he's gesturing all these things to me. So I'm going to say this, but one of the things that's harder for me to interpret is if things have happened or haven't happened, because they just sort of show me something, and then it's my job to interpret whether, that has happened or hasn't. I think he was cremated. I think he's directing or indicating, like, just throw it out or scatter him, and it all feels like with good humor. It doesn't feel like serious or angry or anything like that. He's sort of in a joking way. And truly caring guy. I mean, really cares about his friends and family. So, and because of the way that his energy is coming through, God dang it. It's really hard, because I'm going to tell you something, and then I'm like, have no way to verify this. I hope I'm interpreting it right, because the silliness about the way that he was showing up, and because we're coming up on Halloween, maybe he's talking about a Halloween costume, but I feel like he's wearing like really tiny shorts, joking around like a little shirt in some kind of silly manner. That's not how I picture him normally, but that was just a flash of something that he showed me this head. I don't know. That's so weird, but I don't know. I have to tell what I see, but he's joking around about that. So, okay. So love to you from him. And, oh man, it moved for a second. I thought I was going to be able to see.
This was, okay, well, you could have Lauren. She's the one who just read.
Oh, okay. She was very smart in life of the party. When she passed, no longer have family events. See, she brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
She passed at 55. An overdose. That was that weird block feeling. I'm sorry for your loss of your mom. She sounds great. Accidental overdose. Well, damn. I bet it felt to her like that feeling where it just felt like a lump in my stomach. Something was wrong. I don't think she suffered much. I think that's probably all she felt. Well, thank you very much. I'm so glad we got to see that feedback. Thank you, Lauren. Okay. Would really love to know if Cody makes sense to Lo, because that was nuts. All right, let's do a couple more. Juliet wants to talk to her brother, Richie. Okay. So, hold on, let me get the full picture here. Come on, Richie. So kind of to my right and sitting down a little bit more, not quite as wild and crazy as Cody, but more reserved seeming. And I feel like I'm supposed to describe a shorter brown haircut, but the thing about it is that he's doing something like bringing the length up. So the only thing I can think of, okay. Also, this guy seems to have a more longer sort of rectangular face. The only thing I can think of is maybe he had longer hair, but by the time he passed, it was shorter. Okay. So he looks a lot more, he looks kind of dignified. Looks like he might even have a suit on. Everything seems a little bit, he's smiling, he looks friendly, but I do get a little weird pain in my head. I don't think it's the same one that I was feeling earlier. So that might have something to do with that. I really don't feel anything else in my body. Richie. I can tell you the feeling is wanting the best for you, wanting the best. Like, I know that our loved ones can help us from the other side. I know that they can, send us blessings and help us with our issues. And we have to be open to all that. And we have to ask for help, and we kind of have to allow them. But, because what he's telling me is this is a big loss in your life, but it's not your only big thing to be dealing with. And so he's really trying to help you, and it's almost the feeling of maybe it was the biggest whammy at the end of a bunch of stuff. So it doesn't feel super recent, but it still feels like a big deal. And he just wants to help you. He wants the best for you. He wants you to accept only the best for you. And he is going to try to help make that happen. And kind of like not letting people jerk you around kind of thing. I think he was probably a great guy, but he does seem to have a little bit of like brother guilt. I don't know. A little bit of regret. I kind of feel like he was good orderly. So, I just saw another one from Lauren too. She said her mother loved working on jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, so she sat down at the table doing something. All right, so let me know if that makes sense for Richie. Just know that he's okay. And then he's trying to help you with your stuff now. Maybe you did help him a lot. Maybe that's why he's kind of indicating you were there for him and he wants to be here for you. Okay. What are you looking for? Oh, okay. Let's do another one. Okay, this is Charlene and her friend Roger. What I'm seeing with this name, come on, he's coming in from over here on my left. I actually see two people and they're very different looking. So one guy looks kind of like he's a bit of a traveler and he's coming in from out of town and he's visiting and I would even say that he would be, he's very casual. He might have tattoos or he might be relaxed or even like a biker or something. But then there's this other guy with really short hair and he's baldy on top and it's hair around this way and he seems older. And he seems very friendly too. So, and they're coming on to me on different sides. So I don't think they're necessarily related to each other, but both probably connected to you. There's some other similarities, like there may both be a chest or heart issue. No, they're more indicating that than I am feeling it. So I don't think there was a lot of, well, I don't know, with this guy over here, there might be something going on that's more pain, more, because now I feel like it's sort of everywhere. Roger. Big laugh with the one over here, the kind of traveler dude. Very outgoing, very friendly. The other one's a little bit more reserved. He has a button-up shirt on, light color, like a yellow or whatever shirt. But that's much more reserved. This guy's much more, in fact, because there's still all these people in the room, right? There's still all these spirits. So he kind of came through the crowd a little bit and acknowledged other people. He has much more hair than this guy over here. They don't seem to know each other. They just both showed up when I asked for your friend. And those are the only two people connected to that name or responding to my request that I see. Lots of just beautiful smiles and laughing. And he this is the kind of guy, like, even if you don't see him for a long time, that's why I think there might be a travel element to it, because he's sort of referencing these gaps in visits, and but still completely, totally like there was no time passed. One of those kind of relationships. So I didn't really expect this, and I think it's from this one that I am assuming is Roger, since he was the first one of the two that showed up when I called out the name. But I got to say, there may be a bit of a philosopher here. So even though I can't make out the words, there was some sort of really profound sort of saying about friends or family that came into my mind that he might have maybe was something that he believed in or said or wrote. But I can't get the words. I just know the sentiment and the way that it feels. And it's kind of like, oh, that's profound. So I think that's what he would say to you. And it does feel like it's full of love and meaning. Okay. Okay, where are we? Wow, that time went quick.
I just think we need to, there's too much technical difficulties.
Yeah. So we're going to do this again in a few days or something, you guys. I am so sorry about the technical difficulties. Can we still try to give a code? I can post a comment, so even if they don't get a feed, maybe they can get the code. So we're gonna yeah, I'm back, bitch, but next time so's my computer gonna be.
It's not you, it's Facebook.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about Facebook, guys. Because it's not us. Ours is working good. So I'm going to put the code that you can get. Oh, I love it. I'm back, bitch 30. What's the 30 stand for?
30%.
Oh, yeah, 30%. Yeah. So code for discount. If you did not get a reading tonight, please book. I promise you won't regret it. Especially if you book in the next few days. Lots going on. So IBB 30 is the code you're going to put in. That's for I am back, bitch, and it's all around me. My energy is great. I feel amazing. I've been rejuvenated by all this beautiful nature. We're going to do this in a couple days again and try again when Facebook's working better. And thank you guys for bearing with. We did the best we could tonight. I love you. I'll talk to you soon, and we'll try again in a couple days. Bye. Good night, guys.